So they'll be calling you a radical. I haven't given people an update really what's going on with me physically and health. As you know, I've been in a war since 2011. I went to do the bone marrow transplant center on 11/11/11, just that part of it on the Fukushima dynamic. So I want to give people an update what's going on with me. So, you know, fought cancer, was given 2 months to live in 2011, just brutal battle, AML leukemia, misdiagnosed, blah, 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 blah. Got down, to nothing, all but dead. Lived in a bone marrow transplant center off and on for about 4 or 5 years. The first, year was brutal. I was quarantined in there for months. Heavy chemo. I had AML de novo, and I had a marker for, which is basically a death sentence. And, fought it. Fukushima's going to give you leukemia, got leukemia. But anyway, as you know, started to get stronger, kept walking the coast of California, traveling, fighting the nuclear industry. Mostly in California, doing the typo work. I'm in critical condition the whole time. Sleeping in a sleeping bag, and I didn't die out there. Too sick for a transplant. I did not have a transplant. I was too sick. Doctor said they didn't think it would work. So, on the ocean, fighting. And it was 2016. It was when Bernie Sanders had come here to rally for his presidential campaign, and Donald Trump, and that was in March of 2016. 5 years of Fukushima, because I'd been at those rallies that day. And I'd been at both rallies. I come home, and I was right over to the Smiths, and I'm like, I got to get some juice in me. And I parked my car right there, and I stepped out of my car, and I'll never forget it. I was like, oh my God, what was that? Anyway, and I really started to get sick from there. I started to unwind. I remember Weber State was in the tournament that year. And of course, got beat. And I kept telling people, I feel like I was born with a birth defect. My father nuked to death in the Nevada test site. I'm sure that's how I got cancer. And I'm telling people, I had about $1 million when I got cancer. I forked it over. I was uninsured. And I had it all in the stock market. Remember, I turned small money into about $1 million. Trading, right? It's right on YouTube. Remember, I had it, and then, everybody was going crazy on silver and gold. I was shorting silver and gold in the derivatives market. I taught the arbitrage, the derivatives market class right there. I taught it. So that's what I was up to, and I had about $1 million in the market. Remember, I had you going all in Tesla, so I had about $1 million worth of Apple and Tesla stock. Yeah, in the summer of 2011. When the market's melting down, I'm doubling down. I got telling everybody, just buy Tesla. God, talk about not meant to be, huh? You think I'd be worth some money? I had $800-something worth of Tesla stock when I got sick. I was uninsured. I forked it over to get into the bone marrow transplant unit at LDS East State because I was uninsured. Of course, that money got ate up. I got on the Medicaid. In 2015, the chemo had eaten up my gallbladder. I was due to have my gallbladder taken out. On May 31st, they called. I was due on June 1st to have surgery. The day before surgery, they called and said, "You're uninsured." And I said, "No, I'm on Medicaid." And they're like, "No, you're not." Mike Lee kicked everybody off. So anyway, I didn't have it. Gallbladder ruptured in 2018. So let's go back 2015, 16. I'm like, I feel like it's that heart murmur. I was born with a birthday. I feel like it's going. I'm telling everybody, I'm going to every emergency room I can. I'm going to every doctor I can. I'm uninsured. I'm out of money. I'm broke. It devastated me. Cancer devastated me financially. And I'm like, it's my valve. So I'm just starting to bleed right up through my face and my nose. It's just nasty. This is horrible. And I'm in so much pain. So I'm going to the emergency room over at Ogden Regional. There's a guy named Michael Hawkins I've seen over there a couple times. He's emergency, and he claims he ran the test. So I ran the test. It's not your heart, blah, blah, blah. I ran them all. Wouldn't he clean me up? I collapsed on an Easter Sunday. in 2017. I don't know how I didn't die. It burst. My valve had burst up through my face for the second time. Got to McQuackdy emergency room in there. The attending physician there, one of the young, he's Dr. Blanch. And because I used to be a student professor. And he's like, "You were the best professor I ever had." I says, "Finance? You're environmental economics, you're a doctor?" "Yeah, I'll get you in." And he got me in, they ran the tests, and they're like, "No, get in a wheelchair. Your aortic valve's completely collapsed." And so I had open heart surgery on May 1st, 2017. And it was brutal, nasty, all the way split open. When I was a young guy, Thomas Blanch is my uncle, relative. These different famous doctors are relatives of mine. And he dealt with me for a long time. And he's like, "Kick the can, Kevin. Don't ever let them open you." When I had the cancer, they wanted to gut me, and I wouldn't let them. Thank God I didn't. And I got to see an open heart surgery when I was 18. A lot of people thought I was going to be a doctor because I was a gifted young student, but I was wilder than hell. You know, I was really wild. And so I started out to med school, and I got to see an open heart surgery in 1978. And I'm like, number one, they're never doing that to me, and I'm not doing that to anyone. They cut me like that. Well, they gutted me the old-fashioned way, cut it out. And I never felt like it worked properly. And so in 2018, my gallbladder ruptured, almost killed me. Of course, then my teeth started to slowly go, all my teeth, which I remember a woman came into my room. She says, "You an AML leukemia survivor?" "Yeah, so far." She says, "Go get all your teeth pulled now." She says, because they're going to go. And, "Oh, I got good teeth. I got great teeth." And they started to go in 2018, 17, one after. So I've slowly had them pulled. Had a lot pulled last year, 4 in one day. Ugh. Just recently had another one. But anyway, so I always felt like that valve had not worked. I felt so this year, 2022, I'm really starting to fall apart. I'm getting skinny. I'm dropping weight. You know, they're running all the blood tests. They're doing all kinds of work on me. I'm telling Collado, my heart doctor, you know, these people that scheduled me to them, and he's billing for me. I'm like, I'm right to his face. I said, no, I feel like it's my valve. I can see the pain shooting down my arm. It's right. "No, it's not your valve, blah, blah, blah." They're blaming it on neuropathy. This went on and on and on and on. I'm like, yeah, I'm arguing with this is my cardiologist. As you know, on Christmas Eve, it blew up. You know, when I suffered through it, and then it blew up again on New Year's Eve. I mean, so I lost 25% of my body mass over the last year. I mean, I have quite a bit of muscle on me. And, you know, my typical normal weight, I'm in the 170s. And, you know, well, I had the hot control, and I'm physical. So, tried out my electrical system, almost killed me. Sure shit, that valve blew. I mean, ripped it all to shreds. So I had open heart surgery, as you know, on January 10th this year. I weighed 138 pounds. I was down to nothing. So the aortic root blew. They had to transplant an aortic root. They had to put a new, bigger valve in. And sure shit, it was the valve. Just like I said, the valve was bad. But I kept telling you need to make it right, but they're not going to do shit. Eat shit. So they harvested an artery out of my leg and bypassed, because it blew the main artery out. But the root of my aortic valve, they had to transplant the root. And then the 3 that come off it, he was only able to get 2 open. They had to sew 1 closed. And so I've been sick since 2011. Then I've got a pacemaker. It's right here. And so I don't know if people realize, so post-surgery, you know, I stayed at my daughter's and rehabbed for about 10, 11 weeks. It's brutal, but 138 pounds. So over the last few, you know, since then, I mean, here we are in May, I'm really on this routine trying to get my body back, and it's been brutal. I mean, I haven't been able to travel. I'm just not strong enough. So I've got a routine. I've been staying with the routine. I'm a mall walker every morning. Then I have a eat. I'm trying to get as much clean protein as I can get into my body. Boom, boom, all the time. Because I've gained 22 pounds of muscle back. You know, I'm up to 160. I really need to be about 170. I'm coming back, and so I've been staying on this routine, you know, 7 days a week, and I go to bed at a certain time. I eat this in the morning, I eat this and, you know, lunch, this in the evening, and do my walking. I'm trying to survive and stay alive. I'm trying to make a comeback. And I don't think people realize that I haven't been able to travel. I want to travel, and, you know, getting clean protein, it's expensive, man. My appetite's back. I finally feel like I'm actually filled. My grandsons, remember my goal in the bone marrow transplant, my final goal was to make it to kindergarten for my two grandsons. Well, they both graduated from elementary school today. It's very emotional. I mean, they turned out to be fantastic. 2011 little boys. They're not little boys no more. You know, I thank God, I thank everybody that supported this work, that I was able to be here for them through those years and do everything that I've done. But I've been sick, in critical condition the whole time. I'm finally starting to feel like maybe a little bit I did 12 years ago. I started to get sick in exactly 12 years ago right now, and it's been a nightmare. It's been incredible pain. I mean, I'm a tough dude. I mean, I've been in critical condition the whole time. I'm finally slowly coming back. I'm getting some muscle mass back. You know me, I did 60 push-ups on my 60. I mean, I fought through as much as I can, but, you know, I'm a different person now with all this to the heart. Should have never happened, by the way. So I wanted to give people an update what I'm going through and what I'm up to. I haven't been able to travel. I've wanted to travel. I wanted to go do my work. I haven't had the money to do it. I want to get up to INL. You know, my son-in-law gave me a car to use. I didn't even have a car. This has financially destroyed me. Well, it's physically, mentally, psychologically, economically, wiped me. I mean, it's fried me, literally. You know, fighting this whole dynamic, the whole nuclear energy crime syndicate, when they can hire trolls, and I proved it, the Department of Energy, these legal trolls to attack me while I'm in critical condition. You know, felonies in all 50 states, but they can do anything they want to me. You think about this path and what I've done. I fought so hard. Again, I was given 2 months to live, you know, in 2011. It's been an ugly, hardcore journey, and thank you everybody who supported this historic work. And I'm still fighting, and I'm coming back. I'm getting stronger to where I think I could be able to travel here pretty soon, I hope. You know, I need to get back to Vienna. I need to get back to San Diego doing my tide pool work. I mean, all that tide pool work I've done while I'm in critical condition, while I'm sick, you know. So I'm inhaling a lot of food. I mean, I'm just eating a lot. I mean, well, my body's bounced back. Like I said, I lost 25% of my body mass in the last year. I mean, I was devastated. I mean, it was annihilate me, and trying to come back from that, it's hard work. And I mean, what a fucking fight. So I just wanted to give everybody an update. I've been sick the whole time. I've been sick since 2011. You know, I'm starting to feel, you know, and economically and financially, I'm devastated. I mean, devastated. I don't have an income, you know, and so, I don't know. Fight goes on. Count your blessings, right? Yeah, I'm very happy to be alive, you know. And so thank you everybody who supports historic work. But I want to give people an update, tell you where I am. Physically, this is a long, ugly battle. I mean, it's been brutal. It's been brutal. So the fight goes on. I'm feeling better. I'm gaining weight fast and muscle strength. Just stay in my routine, you know, and I'll get back to work soon. Thank you everybody who supports historic work. Stay in tune.